Going
Yep.
right.
I don't wake up and think, I'm a cancer survivor. I don't wake up thinking like that. The moment I stopped treatment in, February 1983, I actually didn't think about cancer ever again. I had one checkup, and 3 months later, they wanted every 3 months. I said, no, I'm good. And I didn't have a checkup again. The only time I had a checkup when I was playing for Auckland, and I'd made a tackle on Jock Hobbs and hurt my neck, and the same symptoms came back of I lost when I had the cancer. I lost the feeling down my right arm, and I thought, oh, better get this checked. But it was just because my neck was out. That was all. So that's the only test that I ever had. I've been lucky. I had great support, those days. But as I said, from a coaching point of view, it does put things in perspective because it is a challenging job. Again, when I say challenging job, it's a great job. I love it. I love what I do. But there's the expectation, and I put the expectation on myself. But when things are tough, that you've probably been to it. Well, you've been to a darker place than that. So you've just got to find. I've become very, very solution focused. And probably from those days, you don't look at the problem, you don't look at the cancer, you look at, well, what can I do? So that's a solution based approach. So that probably helped me through my coaching career to not look at the loss, to look at, well, what went wrong, and what solutions can I come up with to make it better.
Mm. It's not what happens, it's how you deal with what happens.
Yeah, well, it's 100%. Like Saturday after a game, when you lose, that's the hardest part of coaching, because you're in the changing room, and what do you say? You can't erase what's just happened, so you're in a bit of a holding pattern. I see it as almost like a holding pattern. I got it. I'm not going to say anything that's inspirational. I don't think there's anything that's going to inspire anyone right here and now, based on how everyone's feeling. But I also don't want to say anything that's going to make it worse. So every now and then you'll come up with something that'll get us moving. But I see it more as a holding pattern. Certainly a holding pattern for me. Sunday I love, because that's the start of the healing. Now I can heal. I've now got a chance to, I tend not to look at the game on straight after the game, even if it's a good game. I tend not to. That's just my little okay, I'll get into this tomorrow, and I'll rest up and I'll get into it tomorrow. But when it hasn't gone well, I do like waking up, and now it's the first part of the healing. And by about Monday, Tuesday, the healing is basically complete. And now I'm totally focused on another opportunity to feel that great feeling the next Saturday.